Hey guys, today we are talking about my 7th graders curriculum picks. But these picks are a little bit different than what you might traditionally see out there on the internet about 7th grade. The reason for this is because my daughter was born with a genetic disorder called 22q 11.2 deletion syndrome. And with that comes a wide variety of medical issues and different kinds of developmental issues and things like that. That means that while she is in 7th grade, she doesn't function in every single subject like a 7th grader. Honestly, it's very splintered all over the board. So today I'm going to share with you guys how we customize her school lessons. And yes, if you have a traditional 7th grader, this curriculum picks might not be that helpful to you. But what it can help you to do is to see how you can customize curriculum for your child and their specific need, whether they have struggles in all areas of school or just in one. So with all that being said, let's get started. First up is her math curriculum. Last year, we started using Matthew C Alpha with her. We just started at the very beginning because Matthew C is very mastery based. You're working on one concept at a time until you master it. It has a lot of different worksheets for each and every lesson. And the design is that you use those until you master it and then you move on. So the lesson can take you a week, it can take you a day, it could take you a month. And so it worked really well for my special needs learner in the sense that I could adapt if we needed extra practice. There was plenty of extra practice to be had, but she's been doing really well with it. She finished all of Alpha this past year and she has started Beta. She is about halfway through this program and is continuing it through the summer, which is something I have found really helpful for my special needs kiddos, is to have that continuity through the summer so we don't have that slide. So she'll be finishing this up next year and then she will be going into Gamma for Matthew C. So again, we're just kind of working on a variety of different skills. Beta is working on multiple digit addition and subtraction, and then Gamma is working on single and multiple digit multiplication. So this is gonna be a big jump. We've never gotten to this point in math before where she's been able to do multiplication really well. So I'm very curious to see if when we have worked so hard on mastery of these other facts, will we be able to actually get through Gamma? I don't know, but we hold our plans very loosely. Another thing we do with her curriculum in particular is sometimes I will have 2 different curriculums for one subject, and math is one of those. In addition to using Matthew C, we are actually also going to be using Apologia's Math. So this math is very different than Matthew C. It is hands-on, it is exciting, it is fun. Matthew C is very dry, very cut to the base of things. This is spiral-based approach. The other is mastery-based, but that both of them offer short, easy to handle lessons, which is perfect for my special needs kiddos. So we started practicing doing this past year with the Apologia 1, and then we're gonna be doing it fully next year with Apologia 2. What that means is no matter what, she will do a Matthew C worksheet every day. It takes her just about 10 minutes or so, so it's not bad at all. And then we will shoot to do an Apologia lesson at least 3 times a week, sometimes more. So this works out great because it introduces new concepts that she's ready for, but the Matthew C helps her to really work on the mastering the things that she maybe struggles with a little bit more. I also like the fact this one is highly game-based. And so it's fun and it's exciting. It makes math interesting. And they have great tie-ins with the different science programs that Apologia offers as well. These Apologia math books are actually written by Catherine Gomes. I just think of Catherine Gomes. She actually is going to be speaking at the Brave 2025 online homeschool conference on July 31st through August 2nd. She'll be a panelist and have an individual session. So you guys should definitely go check it out because tickets are free, but you need to get them now. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description below where you guys can get your tickets for Brave. Come hear Catherine speak. Whether or not you're interested in the math curriculum, she is a whole wealth of knowledge, but this is something that she definitely convinced me of after hearing more from her and her philosophy of really attaching real life to math. Along those lines, for science, we of course are doing Apologia. We have loved doing Apologia for years and years and years, and this time we are doing Apologia Zoology 1. Now, if you're wondering, Katie, I thought you did Zoology 2 this past year and Zoology 3 the year before. Yes, we are going in backwards order. And that is one of the things you can do with the Young Explorer series. You can go in any order you want. Obviously, most people go Zoology 1 to Zoology 3, but we went based off of our child's interests at the time, but they've been loving this zoology series and this set within the Young Explorer series. We're gonna be going into all flying creatures. So not just birds, we're gonna be studying bees, we're gonna be studying bats, maths, we're going to be studying all sorts of insects, and of course birds are included in this as well. And it has lots of fun hands-on activities. We also are pairing it with a student journal, so this has fun activities included and places for them to take notes. I love the fact that these are easily adaptable to your child's specific needs, so I can pick and choose which ones I have her do, and I can also modify them heavily. So her handwriting is really hard for her because she has pretty severe arthritis. So because of that, if the handwriting becomes too much for things like labeling tasks, I'm able to just have her cut out and glue the different labeling pieces onto the page. So I can modify it for her in that way. For grammar, she is going to be continuing with Grammar Galaxy. She loves it too much to stop. She is currently in level 2 Protostar. She will finish that over the summer, maybe a little bit into August, and then we will start level 3 with this. So with this, these are easy to do lessons with your kids. They are designed to be done 3 days a week, but we actually do them probably 2 days a week. It's been really nice to have that flexibility. It has a great story that teaches your kids the grammar concept, and then some really easy to do worksheets that are not heavily based on writing, which is again really helpful with her specific needs. For history, we're going to be using Biblioplan Year 2, and this is dealing with medieval history. So we're really excited to dive into this. We did ancient times this past year, and we're ready to move into it. The girls are excited just because it's a purple book, but I know the content will also be incredibly exciting. We have a lot of books and literature that we're going to be pairing with this. Stay tuned for some sneak peeks of what that's going to look like, but this is going to be something that we can dive into as a family. It comes in an audiobook format as well, which is really great because we can listen to it in the car when we're on the way to and from all the different therapies that she attends. It also comes with fun coloring sheets, an activity book for hands-on activities, which really just helps to connect the pieces for her. For her elective, we're actually going to let her choose, and she has chosen to continue with Homeschool ASL. So I've been using Homeschool ASL for several years now for my high schoolers and my middle schoolers, teaching them ASL. It's a great program. It's online based, but there's a real teacher behind it. So they're being taught the different lessons. They have different projects they're going to work on. It's not just signing. It's also learning a lot about deaf culture. And then as your child completes assignments, they send a video of themselves doing that assignment off to the teacher, who will then give them critique and feedback. This has helped them to become so much better at their signing and has really ignited a love for the language. But I didn't realize that Homeschool ASL also offered elementary age courses. So we're going to be doing the Homeschool ASL course for the elementary age with her and my 2 younger ones. For reading, we are going to be continuing with All About Reading. She is finishing level 3. Again, we'll go into next year a little bit with level 3, and then we will start level 4 of All About Reading. And then for spelling, same thing. We actually should finish All About Spelling 2 by the end of the summer, and then we'll be getting into All About Spelling 3. She's really doing well with these, and she actually loves spelling. It's one of her favorite subjects, so I'm really excited to see that forward motion and that progress. But as you can see, we're not really tied to making sure that we finish a curriculum in a specific year, because I really know that it requires a lot of flexibility. If she's hospitalized more, we have to slow down with school. If we're having a lot of mental health issues, school kind of takes the back burner. We still do it, but it looks different. And one of those things that we have kind of in place that can be a placeholder when school like this and these curriculums aren't something that works really well because we're in the hospital or for whatever reason, we go to iExcel. iExcel is an app that she can utilize on her tablet, and it tests to see where she's at and what things she struggles with or she needs additional repetition or maybe needs to be introduced to. With this program, she takes these assessments and then it gives her problems and areas where she needs help in. So she's worked on everything from different kinds of poetry, rhyming. She has worked on things like just basic spelling principles or grammar principles. She gives her math problems to help reiterate things like time and money, which are really, really, really hard for her. And especially with her specific genetic disorder, that can be a big challenge for a lot of kids to take on. So iExcel's been something that we can do on those really hard days when we can't get to the other curriculum. It's also something that she does a lot at the end of her school day. So when she finishes up her work with me and she just needs to kill time, this is something she spends at least probably an hour a day on. And it's been great to kind of fill in some of those holes and give her some hands-on practice in a way that really resonates with her and actually sticks. Another elective that she's going to be doing this year is she really wants to get in the kitchen and cook more. There are some safety issues that I'm concerned about with that due to some of the conditions that she has, but I finally settled on Kids Cook Real Food. I had forgotten about this program. My 3 oldest kids actually used it when they were younger, but Kids Cook Real Food has a program that's online, that's video based, that walks you through in baby steps how to begin cooking. They have different levels, so if you aren't a beginner, you can go to more of an intermediate or an advanced level, but for her, we'll start on a beginner level. It emphasizes a lot about kitchen safety, which I think will be helpful. And this past summer, we got to participate in the Kids Cook Real Food life skills class. They had a camp that they were doing, and my daughter got to do a couple of the cooking videos through that camp, and she loved it, and she listened, and she paid attention, and she keeps repeating many of the different safety things that they touched on just within that one video. So I know this is going to be a really good fit, and I'm excited to check it out more. For writing, that's the one that's getting me right now. We are finishing up the People and Places from IEW, and that has been a great fit for her, but she's not ready to go to the next level of IEW. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to just kind of make my own thing for her. She has been doing a writing camp over the summer and has been working with a literacy tutor for writing skills and things like that. And she's really growing in that. They have sort of their own method and way of teaching it. And so maybe I'll kind of modify and make my own thing for her. I'm not exactly sure yet. If you have great ideas of writing curriculums that are not too rigorous and that offer good structure for struggling writers, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas. I will say, while this sounds like a lot of curriculum, we don't do all of this every single day. Every single day we stick with math. We go with reading of some form, and then we do Bible every single day. In addition to that, we do her physical therapy exercises because those are really important, and some of her mental health exercises. But all of these other things we kind of rotate through. Some seasons we're doing most of it every day, and other seasons she can't handle that, and so we just kind of go through a loop schedule for her. So we modify heavily, and I hope this has been an encouragement to you to see how you can modify for your child as well. If you are looking for curriculum ideas for the rest of the year, be sure to check out this playlist here and subscribe, because I will be coming out with our Bible picks and our family picks here soon.